Oh, baby. Now elections are over in Ghana, and we know now we have the president-elect for the Republic of Ghana, and he is in the person of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Now, after this election, we know we will be swearing him in on the 7th of January 2025. After elections, a lot of things have sparked up. He has prepared his transition team, and all those things are going on. But there is something that is even greater.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that phone call. Yes, Please. Well, something
Let me first of all welcome you very, very warmly to the seat of the presidency of our country, to Jubilee House, and also congratulate you once again for the remarkable victory that you and your party chalked on Saturday, the 7th of December. I want particularly to congratulate our historic lady, the first female vice president in our history, to say, madam, well done, and all of us are wishing you the very best of luck. You've become a trailblazer for lots of women, and it's an important step that has been taken. Mr. President, you are, as you know, the statute that governs the transitional process requires us within 24 hours to establish a joint transition team, which will then supervise the whole process of the transfer of authority of power from my administration to yours. I've received the list of people that you are going to form the transition team from your side. On my side, I am bound by statute. The statute identifies those who should represent the government side, and they have all been duly notified. They'll be ready for the formal joint inauguration of the transition team this afternoon, which will take place at the conference center. I believe we're back to where we began in 2017. It was the same venue, yes, whereby we were in reverse positions. Yes. Yeah, but so that will take place this afternoon. But in the meantime, I thought it was important that we should have this few minutes together, meet the members of your team, and also take the opportunity to reassure the Ghanaian people of our determination to work together to ensure the seamless transfer of power, and to continue to work together to deepen and consolidate democratic governance in our country. It's important for the future of Ghana, and it is important for the future of our continent that the world should see a successful, functioning African democracy. And Ghana has the privilege of being in the category of successful democracies on our continent. It is our responsibility, our joint responsibility, to make sure that that reputation is maintained and consolidated. So this is the reason why I wanted to invite you here, so that we could have this first informal meeting, as it were, and then we will then be in a position to go towards the formal meeting this afternoon.
Yes, we're both under the weather. I think it's the after effects of a grueling campaign.
Yes.
So we have all kinds of allergies. But I want to express my sincerest appreciation to you for that phone call you gave me, congratulating me. I think it was a good mark of statesmanship. And it gives me a sense of deja vu, like you said, to be back here again after so many years. Members of my team, I'm sure they're all familiar. Nana, who you referred to, General Mosquito, Julius Debra, our former Chief of Staff, and Madame Valerie Sawyer, and then Dr. Kalisus Mahama, who used to be the head of the local government service in our time, and working as the administrator in my office. And then my niece, Joyce Bauer, who's my spokesperson. And so we want to thank you for the courtesy and privilege giving us such short notice to pay this courtesy visit, and to say that democracy and Ghana is the winner after the electoral process. We think that on the day, despite all the anxieties people had, Ghana has successfully done it once again. And so we can be sure that our democracy is safe, and that working together across bipartisan lines, we can continue to deepen and consolidate that democracy. As you said, we're grateful that you nominated today to go through the beginnings of the transitional process. And we nominated our members. They were selected mostly based on institutional memory and experience. These are people, most of who worked with me in the former administration. And so we wanted some people with experience to combine with yours so that we're able to have a seamless transition. And so I want to thank you once again, and to thank the Ghanaian people for rising up to the occasion. And we look forward to continuing to work together.
He's familiar with this place. He was here before I came, and he's back here again. So he knows exactly what is entailed. But this is the reason why, and I'm happy that he found it easy within this very charged program that he has to come so readily and quickly to visit with me and members of my team to begin this process. All of it is in order to make sure that our nation, Ghana, continues to march forward as a functioning, effective, democratic state, which respects the will of the people, which respects human rights and the rule of law, and where we are all secure in our daily life. We've spoken a little bit about the issues that have occurred, the seeming lawlessness that has taken place over the thing, and I express my happiness at his intervention yesterday in speaking to the country about what was going on, and the reinforcing of the authority of the state to make sure that these matters are dealt with. So this is the reason why he's here, and I thought we should give you a brief outcome of the visit. It has been a very warm and constructive feeling. The President and I have known each other for nearly 20 years. We met in Parliament in 1997 and have remained good friends ever since. So that's what has happened. Mr. President-elect.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. President. As I said when I spoke after the declaration of results, I mentioned that His Excellency the President had giving me a call to congratulate me. And so I had the opportunity to thank him this morning for being that gracious to give me that call. We had a very cordial meeting. At the time he called, he suggested 11 a.m. this morning to have the preliminary meeting towards setting up the transitional team. And that meeting has just ended, was very cordial. And I think we were very happy to be together. Mr. President has given.
Thank you very much. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency, the Vice President-elect, Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, the Chief of Staff, indeed, let me say, distinguished guests and stand on existing protocol. I want to thank His Excellency, the President, for his kind invitation this morning to visit the office of the President to discuss preliminary issues before the inauguration of the transition team this morning. I also want to thank him for the early briefing he gave me on issues of critical national importance in respect of national security and the economy. I want to congratulate him on superintending over what has been a successful election, and to congratulate the Security Service, the Electoral Commission, and all those who helped to make this election successful. Our country has done it once again, despite the belief of naysayers, and I believe that Ghana will continue to get it right when it matters the most. Today we're here to inaugurate the Joint Transitional Team as required by law, and I wish to congratulate the members who have been selected or nominated to serve on this Joint Transitional Team. There's huge expectation that this transitional team will get its work right so that we have a seamless and smooth transition of power from one democratically elected government to another. Obviously, this is in fulfillment of the Presidential Transition Act, which was signed into law in 2012 by our late President of blessed memory, Professor John Evan Sata Mills. The law requests that we set up a joint transitional team in a cooperative spirit with mutual respect and openness to the approach of matters during the transition period. The purpose is to achieve a smooth and peaceful transfer of government administration, as I said, from one government to another. We pray that the members of the Joint Transitional Team will work within the confines of this law to fulfill the wishes of the Ghanaian people as expressed in the votes of 7th December 2024. In accordance with law, I have nominated members of my side of the Joint Transitional Team and nominated Honorable Julius Deborah, former Chief of Staff, to represent me as Joint Chair of the Transition Team. I've also nominated, on the basis of experience and institutional memory, several other people, including Johnson Asiedu Nketia, who is the chairman of our party, but also served as a long-standing member of parliament and also as Deputy Minister of Agriculture. Honorable Fifi Fiavikwete, who's General Secretary of our party and served as Minister of Transport and Minister of Agriculture. Mr. Kalisus Mahama, who was head of the Ghana Local Government Service and also has been the administrator in my office these past 8 years. Professor Kwamna Ahoy, who is a doyen of local government, and if I want to talk about his credentials, we probably would not leave here today. And Mr. Tuforsen MP, who is our majority leader. in order not to stir controversy, maybe I'll say incoming. I don't know what position you take, but Honorable Mama Yaga MP, who also served as Minister of Youth and Sports and also as Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, and is the MP for Boko Central. Honorable Valerie Sawyer, who served as Deputy Chief of Staff and also served as Special Presidential Advisor on Policy. And Honorable Guzi Tano, who is a long-standing cadre, has been a member of the PNDC and is a very well-known intellectual and very seasoned politician and businessman. We have 3 ex-official members, and the first is Honorable Prosper Bani, who served as Chief of Staff and also as Minister of Interior, but previously worked with the United Nations. We have Honorable Marietta Brew Apia-Opong, who was Attorney General when I was President. And then we have the Doyen of Transitions, Honorable Nana Tudazi, who is a UN consultant on transitions and has worked on transitions in many countries. And of course, as Mr. President said, the Honorable Doa Jahu joins the Honorable Michael Quay under the chairmanship of Speaker Sumana Bagbin on the Advisory Council. I wish to ask that we all be guided by the spirit behind the Presidential Transition Act to ensure a smooth and seamless transition. We may belong to different political parties, but we all belong to Ghana, and let the spirit of our nationalism and patriotism prevail. We call on the transition team to work expeditiously and within a modest budget, given the prevailing economic circumstances, even though Mr. President seems to strike a very upbeat tone on recent numbers. I'm sure the transition team would establish that. Mr. President, you can count on my respect and cooperation during and even after this transition. We must demonstrate to the world that despite the adversity we face, Ghana remains the beacon of democracy in Africa. Now more than ever, destiny requires us as countrymen and women to close our ranks and stand in solidarity with each other. And just a little slip, I omitted Dr. Edward Omani Boama, who was Minister of Communications in my government and has been the Director of Elections during the past election. And so we must put our country first, and the work would be onerous, but we expect that you're capable and you're going to put your shoulders to the wheel. Myself and Mr. President will be available in case you need to consult us on anything. Let the spirit of cooperation that has marked the post-election period continue to guide us even as we go through this phase. And so I want to thank you all, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the President-elect.
Hello guys, you are watching official Kingsbridge TV. Ope lifestyle, Ope talks on history, Ope talks on heritage, culture. The right place to watch official Kingsbridge TV. To YouTube and subscribe to our channel. She said, let's talk segments. You will know everything pertaining our rear and planetary and everything you want to know about marriage and relationship. Kingsbridge TV. Moments delivered.